Solo here again on another Monday for Lit Fit Live at Mind Body Physique. Today we're doing a self-massage and toning workout. So as some of you might know, I offer beach bodywork sessions a couple nights a week at Naples Beach. And so I'm really an advocate about myofascial release, joint mobilization, stretching, and a lot of the times we can do this to ourselves, but it's always nice to receive it from somebody that kind of knows what they're doing. So today I'm going to teach you some of the techniques that you can do at home and right now for this workout, mixed with a nice blend of strengthening. So if you have dumbbells, grab those, and if you have any lubricants like coconut oil, olive oil, or a cannabis-infused topical like I'll be using today, grab that. And we're gonna get right into it. So have your mat, your dumbbell, and your lubricant on hand so that we can use that in and out of our workout today, because we're gonna blend it with our strength training. All right, let's get into it. Let's get high and healthy. So before we get into our toning, let's go ahead and tone our breath with a couple of deep inhales and exhales. Just coming into this moment, into this workout, breathing in and out through the nose, through the mouth, whatever feels most natural for you. Just setting the tone with your breath here, setting your space. You can stay seated or finding another position that feels best for you. And we're going to start right with the top of our head. So taking those hands, you won't need your lubricant, but let's just go ahead and start to massage our scalp, the top of our crown chakra. Even just feeling back on the back end of the skull. Just really feeling top of your head here. Who doesn't like a good head massage? It's a great way to really get into your body, to relax. I like to start with a head massage in my bodywork sessions. And just feeling behind those ears. Even coming around to the very top of your hairline. Great for circulating those follicles, for growing hair. Getting that stimulated, activated, awake. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Easter yesterday. I spent it with my family and did some fishing with my boyfriend later. It was a really great day. And then relaxing those hands, maybe readjusting your hair. And let's go ahead and start to warm up the body. Like I said, we're going to intertwine myofascial massage techniques and our strength training today. So let's go ahead and just warm up the body a little bit. Let's start at the back of our mats. Taking a deep inhale, let's go ahead and step anterior with our left foot. And then step back to the center, reach down towards the ground. Inhale, reach on up, step with that right foot anterior. Exhale, forward. Inhale again, we're just going to alternate here with these pushing up through those feet, rising on up, pushing off that leg, getting that extension through the hip, through the belly, through the chest, and that extension through the back of the spine as you fold forward. Last one here on our right side and the left side. And then from here, let's go ahead and take our right foot anterior. Our arms are going to come up overhead, and we're just going to sway our arms from the right to the left, warming up our inner and outer thighs, that pronation and supination through our feet, our hips here, mobilizing right lateral, left lateral, opening up our ribs, stretching through our thoracic. Getting our heart rate up. 2 and 1. Go ahead and switch that opposite leg. So your left foot comes anterior, your right foot is neutral. Those hands can come back overhead. And again, we're just going to reach right and left lateral. And have a little bend through those knees. Finding that natural bend from the ankle to the knee to the hip. Warming up our core here in 3D. All 3 planes of motion. That neck can be nice and neutral, or you can kind of look underneath of those elbows for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both of those feet back together, and let's roll out those shoulders. Now that we created some heat through those shoulders, because we're going to go right down from our crown into our neck, into that juicy area that I'm always finding people need some myofascial, some massage in those areas. And we're going to do that next here. Just a couple more shoulder rolls. Good. So if you have your lubricants, grab a little bit of that, just like maybe a quarter size. A little pump. I'm going to come up closer so you guys can see what I'm doing. So lubricate your hands, and then go ahead and place those hands where your fingertips are meeting the back of your spine, and they're coming around and cupping the sides of your neck. And then from here, I just want you to kind of squeeze and pull it back. And then once you hit the end range of that motion, squeeze and pull it forward. So we're just going to go back and forth here. Just going at your own pressure, finding what feels good for you. Maybe you are very light and sensitive touch, you don't need much. Or maybe you need a little bit more of that deeper pressure. The cool thing about self-massage is you can really blend it in and go where you need to go. So now I'm going to go down towards my trapezius and then up towards my jawline. I'm just going to circulate that motion right around my lateral neck here. And you can do it in sync, you can do it out of sync. You can even reach, add some mobility to this massage technique. That's a good way to really get some stretching in while you're getting into those pressure points, moving out that energy and that circulation. And then we're gonna stop, pivot our hands right here, and we're gonna go back and forth like you're slicing your neck. And we're gonna go up towards the jawline, down towards the neck. And again, you can do it in sync, you can do it out of sync, light or soft. Really using the edge of your hands here. And then find your way back behind your ears with your fingertips. So taking those fingertips, and you should still be pretty lubricated here with your massage oil, but if you're not, grab a little bit more. And you're gonna push it down, go all the way down. Push it up, all the way on up, come up behind the ears, and bring it back down. So the idea here is to get that circulation going through the muscle tissues so that all of those muscles, tendons, ligaments are receiving that blood flow, the nutrients, and you're feeling that relaxation because it's like, oh yeah. Sometimes even just that little touch helps you surrender into your posture. Caddy, come. And just a couple more here, and then we're gonna get back into our dumbbells. Do a little freestyle here. See what your neck needs. See what your jaw needs. Maybe doing little baby circles right at the end of that skull here. Take a deep breath in and out. Maybe open and close the jaw a couple of times. Good. Grab a sip of that water if you need it. And then we're gonna get our weights going again. By the way, guys, one awesome announcement. The Body Confidence Cannabis Fitness course is live and ready for purchase on my website at mybodyphysique.com. It's even on here on Instagram on my shop. But check it out. If you like all this do-it-yourself type of material, it is definitely catered to you, and it's really based on the seasons and nature to take action, the plans that help you be your best self. It explains it more in the shop and on my website. Check it out. Body Confidence Cannabis Fitness course. Caddy! So now that we're a little warmed up, let's grab our weights here. I have 5-pound weights, excuse me, that I'm using here today. And we're gonna squat and rotate and alternate that rotation. So like you're going into a chair squat, but you're looking over your shoulder, working into those biceps. You might even feel it into your calf here. Just strengthening and toning those little sweet spots, our booties, our biceps, our core. Let's go ahead and take it to the center here. Find that chair squat again, and then reach those arms back behind you. We're gonna hold this nice little isometric position, and we're gonna step posterior, and we're gonna go a little bit deeper. Come back into that chair pose, and opposite foot. So as you go down with your chest, you'll feel your triceps here, other parts of your body holding that weight. Kind of coming in and out of it here as we step posterior into that chair pose and opposite side. You can even do maybe a little pump with it. Little pump swing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center. grab another pump of your lubricants, and we're going to go into some more self-massage techniques. So, we're going to move into our shoulders. Taking that right hand on our left shoulder, let's just go ahead and add some application to it. Make sure it's lubricated. And then from here, you're going to grip your deltoid from the lateral sides, from the front and the back here, anterior, posterior. And then on that lateral, you're going to push it up. So you can find a nice squeeze throughout that whole grip here. Just cup and squeeze it up. Just do about 5 or 6 strokes here. Just feeling your beautiful deltoid muscle, appreciating all that it does. Hey Joey, good morning. And then from here, we're gonna take and we're gonna scoop it laterally. So you're gonna scoop it from the posterior part of your shoulder around to your anterior. Like you're stripping the muscle, and you're just gonna go from the top of the deltoid down to the end here, almost where that bicep and deltoid intertwine. And the cool thing about massage, self-massage, is if you're able to add more circulation, blood flow into your muscles, you're really gonna achieve a lot more success in everything else that you do with your workouts. Because it's like if you have good gut bacteria, you're gonna digest your food well if you have all the enzymes. So if all these processes are working well, you're gonna absorb all of those benefits of your workout, of your exercise, a lot more better, more efficient. And then from here, just go ahead and kind of give it a nice little one of those, like you're wiping out the blood. Shake it out. Let's go ahead and just reach the anterior and posterior now. Just feel that nice mobility through the shoulder that you've created, even up through the wrist. We're going to do the other shoulder, but before we do that, let's go ahead and mobilize it on our right side. So if it's really stiff and achy, these swings, this anterior posterior motion might help you just warm up that area before you start to apply pressure. So same thing, apply the other palm here of your massage oil, and then we're going to start to grip it and squeeze it. Just feeling that nice, beautiful shoulder muscle. And if you feel anything else while you're doing this, any bumps or sensitive areas, add some love to that. Add some love to it. So that means maybe going in and applying more pressure, holding it like a trigger point, and then adding some more motion to it. Really listening to what it needs. And following it, if it radiates up your neck, down your arm, following that pain pathway really leads you to where it might be coming from. Good, and then we're just gonna go ahead and scrape it again laterally here. Right there, right where the clavicle is and all those rotator cuff muscles. Good, and again, just kind of wipe it clean, wipe it clean. Good. Then we're going to take both of those arms, we're going to mobilize them, reach them up and back. Beautiful. And let's keep going here. We got a little bit of time. We still got 10 minutes going on with Fit Live. So hope you guys are feeling wonderful thus far. Let's go. Kylie. Grab your weights. here slowing down that momentum. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow those arms down. We're going to go opposite side rotation. So we just rotated, same side rotation. Now that right dumbbell is going to rotate over to the left. Drive those hips to the left. Scoop it over into the right. Let's go for about 20 seconds here. Using your pelvis to get that weight down. Almost like you're uppercutting. But you're driving from your pelvis. So you get a nice reaction at your core, so belly work. As well as some sculpting through those arms. So you're not going to need your massage oil for this next one, but we're going to move down to our hips here. So if you find your hand on your hips, you find your pelvis, find the front of your pelvis, those hip bones, and then your fingertips right behind your thumb imprints. We're going to go ahead and we're going to scoop and squeeze from our fingertips around that pelvis bone, and then repeat it. So if my thumbs are here, I'm going to scoop it around, getting to the low back. And that's our 5-minute countdown on Lift Fit Live. Scoop it around. So this one's really good for the low back, which helps us release a lot of tension in our hips. I'll show you guys the back side here. And maybe it doesn't feel good to use your thumb, so maybe you want to use your whole palm. You can always do that. And speaking of whole palm, everybody take your palms right there on your, like right above your tailbone. So if your tailbone's here, kind of right up above it on the tip of your pelvis. And then you're just going to massage that, making little circles around your tailbone. And while you're doing this, if this feels good for you, go ahead and bend over. And then come back on up. So really massaging those muscles that we're using right now, our back extensors, our back flexors, maybe you want to go into a bit of a back bend. Just a couple more here. Last one, maybe your hands move to really just exploring back side of your body. And then bringing those hands back up to neutral, making some nice little fists. You're going to put them right on your hip bones, and you're just going to massage that lower belly, even those hip flexors here. If it doesn't feel good to use your knuckles, you can always use your thumbs. Really finding what feels most relaxing here for you to relax those muscles. And let's go ahead and take our chest back, opening up through those muscles now, opening up through our hip flexors. Again, just like we were doing on our back side, but now we're massaging our anterior side, and we're opening up, adding some mobility to this massage movement. Finding around the pelvis here, the sides of the hips. Again, maybe stripping and shimmying those knuckles. You can even use your butt to get that motion. And then just wash it all out. Wash it all out. Take your hands at that pelvis and just send it some gratitude for all the help that your belly does and all those muscles that work so hard night and day for you to be upright, digest your food, and move. Let's see what our time's looking like here. We've got a couple more minutes. Let's finish it out. Let's finish it out with some strength, some toning. Find your weights with yourself on your mat. Grab your weights. We're here like we started earlier today. Let's go ahead and let our dumbbells take our neck, open it up, feeling that traction. And then from here, we're going to drive those arms back on up, and we're going to reach our arm right lateral and our left arm left lateral. And if you want to move through your pelvis here, through your thoracic, to get some more mobility, do that. Now that we created some more movement with our myofascial release through our hips and our low back, this should feel pretty good. You can even come up on top of your knees. Just use those hips to push that arm up. Keep those arms here. We're going to go same side, lateral reach, reach. Letting that belly work here, letting those hips work. Good. Now we're going to step our right knee out in front of us, reach that right arm back, and let's switch legs, switch arms. Getting some great hip mobility as well as core strength, arm toning. Balance and coordination here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring down those arms. Drop your weights. And come back into a seated position like we started earlier. Coming back into that breath. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Just feeling all that bliss, all that nice tension release that you have created and opened and released from your workout today. Make sure you check out those programs. The Body Confidence Cannabis Fitness course is alive and ready for you. Let me know if you guys have any questions on that. And I'm sure you had a wonderful sesh, so I appreciate you being here for you, for your bodies. Stay high, stay healthy, lit and fit. Until next week, Nama Lit Fit. Adios.